If you're a coach or consultant and you're doing everything right, you're posting content, you're maybe even running ads, and you're maybe even getting some traffic, but you're still not getting clients, I have news for you. You don't have a marketing problem, you have an offer problem. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why your content isn't converting, how to fix it, and 5 keys to building an irresistible high-ticket offer that actually gets people booking calls. Let's be real here. Most coaches think that the reason they're not making sales is because of external stuff, right? There are myths that most coaches believe, right? Things like the algorithm hates me, right? People aren't engaging with my post. My ads are too expensive, right? But here is the truth. None of this matters if your offer sucks. You could have 100,000 followers on Instagram. You could go viral on TikTok. You could spend 5,000 ringgit on ads every single month. But if your offer isn't clear, specific, and desirable, no one is going to buy what you're selling. Because the thing here is that people don't buy coaching, they buy outcomes. And if your offer doesn't promise a clear, specific outcome, no one is going to click on it. Now, let me give you an example of a broken offer. And this example I'm giving is for a life coach, right? Broken offers for life coaches look like this. I help women unlock potential and step into alignment, right? I help people become the best version of themselves. This is not kindergarten, guys. Let's come on, right? I help you gain confidence and clarity in your life. Sounds nice, right? But here's the problem. No one wakes up at 3 in the morning thinking to themselves, I need more alignment in my life. No one does that, right? They think, shit, I hate my job, I want to quit, right? I'm tired of struggling to get clients. I'm stuck at 5,000 ringgit a month, I want to grow. This is what people wake up at 3 in the morning thinking, right? And you need to understand one thing really, really clear. Vague offers attract vague results. Let me tell you one more time again, okay? Vague offers, right, attract vague results. So let's go a bit deeper on this, because you're not selling a vibe here, right? You're not selling a certain way of feeling. You are selling a transformation. So let me walk you through 5 things that your offer must have to convert high ticket clients. This is what I call the Strive Labs Power Offer Framework. And this is what we use or what we install for every client we work with. So let's go one by one, okay? Firstly is who. Who do you help? You need to be very, very specific on this, right? So let me give you an example for me, right? Who would I help? Do I help business consultants? Do I help life coaches? Do I help fitness coaches, right? Do I help financial consultants? There are so many aspects into this that for me, example, right, I have to really dial down into who I'm working with, right, or who I want to work with, or who my systems and my offer are offering to, right? So you need to really, really dial down with who do you help. Second is what. Okay, let me just clean this up for you real quick. Second is what. Okay, what problem do you solve? Because I know a lot of people who make their lives really, really hard by having so many different things inside the offer, right? Oh, I help you do X, Y, and Z, but also help you do this, that, then I help you do this, that. You want to make your life as easy as possible and give clarity towards your potential clients on what you really do for them and what problems do you solve for them, right? Next is what outcome, right, do you promise? So for example, if you work with our agency, we promise to get you at least 10 clients in the first 90 days of working with us. If not, you get a money back guaranteed, right? That's a specific outcome we promise, that we get you at least 10 leads or 10 clients in 90 days of working with us, right? And when I say 90 days, it comes to the second point, or not the second point, sorry, the fourth point, which is time frame. How fast would they see that results, right? So let me give you an example for a fitness coach. If I'm a fitness coach, I'll promise something like I will make you lean, or I'll make you lose 20 kgs in the next 2 months, I'm giving an example, okay, please don't quote me on this, but I'm giving an example, right? I'll help you lose 20 kgs in the next 2 months. Time frame, right? You people know, okay, in these 2 months, this is what exactly going to happen, right? And lastly is vehicle. What makes you different? This is very, very important, because if you don't have a differential factor inside your offer, then you know what you'll be doing? You'll be playing the price game, right? Oh shit, this guy's offering you $1,000. Oh, I'll offer you $900. Oh, this guy's offering you $800. Shit, screw it, I'll offer you $700, right? You're always competing with prices, right? And this is the last thing you want to do. I always tell my clients this: you want to always increase your price. You don't want to decrease it. And one way that you are able to increase your price is by being different from everyone else in the market. So take a screenshot, I don't know, do whatever you want with this, take a screenshot, put it up your wall, do whatever you want, but this is the easiest framework that we have for offers, right? Your who, what outcome, time frame, and vehicle. You answer all these questions and you will have a really, really solid offer. Another example I'll give you is what a bad offer and what a good offer looks like, right? So a bad offer is, again, like I said, vague, right? I help people grow in mindset and confidence. Where is the vehicle? Where is the time frame? Where is the outcome, right? Where is what are you solving, right? And who do you solve to? People isn't specific at all, right? So you're lacking all of these things that we just spoke about here, right? You are lacking all of it here. But if I show you an upgraded version of this offer, right? I help life coaches. Okay, we know the who, right? I help life coaches sign their first 5 clients. Okay, now we know already what you offer or what you solve, right? Let me just write this: 5 clients in 60 days. 60 days. So you know the time frame, right? Without relying on Instagram reels, right? So this can be your differentiating factor here, right? So maybe other agencies, they say, oh, you have to post Instagram reels, but what makes you different is that you don't rely on Instagram reels to to gain 5 or to get 5 clients, right? That's what makes you different. So you have the who, right? Who am I helping? Life coaches. What? Get 5 clients, and then in the time frame is 60 days. The differential factor is without relying on Instagram reels, right? So again, it comes back to this, right? Is what makes you different is all of these factors combined inside your offer, right? By doing this, right, the main thing that I want you to take away is I know who it's for, what outcome they get, how fast they get it, and what makes them different, right? This is the simplest thing that you can do for yourself, right? Who, what, how, what. Simple as that. Because once you conquer this, right, this is how you stop blending in and start attracting leads who say, damn, I need that. And that's what you want. And the moment someone says, damn, I need that, that's when you know you're starting to attract the right amount of people to come into your to your business or your services, rather than you chasing them. So let me give another example. One of our recent clients, she was a mindset coach, right? This is why I gave a mindset coach example just now, right? She had great content, but her offer was really bad, right? If I'm not mistaken, her offer was this. When she first came out to us, she was like, I help women feel more aligned in their daily life. And then I was like, okay, and then? And she's like, huh? And I was like, after that, or like, what's after that? She's like, no, that's it. And I was like, okay, got it. We need to fix this, right? So when she started working with us, right, we tweaked her offer and we came up with something like this. So whenever someone approaches us and asks her, what's our offer, or in her website or on her content, everything that it has to do with presenting her, this is what she says, right? I help women, okay? So now we go even more specific. She knows already we are helping women. She goes even more specific with corporate. Women in corporate, right? Quit their 9 to 5 and launch a 5-figure coaching business, okay, in 90 days, right? And it comes back to the same thing what I said. So what's the problem that she solves? She helps people, helps women in corporate quit 9 to 5. Okay, what outcome? Launch a 5-figure coaching business. The time frame 90 days, and who? Woman. Okay, and not just woman, but woman in corporate. Right? This is how specific you want to go with your offer. Right? So you must understand one thing: go specific, not complex. Right? You want to make it as easy as possible to understand, what you're offering. What happened after we tweaked her offer, right? She started getting, her content started getting a lot more hits. Okay, people were DMing her, and from crickets, she booked calls and she closed an 18,000 ringgit deal, right, in her second month of working with us. And all of this because her offer finally made people pay attention to her, right? That's what you want. So if your content isn't converting, right? If you're getting traffic but no calls, if your ads are getting clicks but no sales, your offer is the root of the problem. And I tell this to all my clients, don't build funnels around broken offers, right? You're going to spend so much of time making videos and having a lead magnet and, designing a website, all, okay, around a broken funnel. You don't want to run ads on something that no one even wants, right? So you want to save as much of as your time as possible, right? By fixing the offer, because when you fix the offer, everything else becomes easier, right? Everything starts aligning into that offer, right? Your messaging, your positioning, your funnels, your leads, your everything comes back to your offer. If you want me to personally audit your offer and tell you what to fix, then click the link in the description down below, and where I will help you dive deep inside your offer and really help you fix it, right? And if you're ready to finally build a client acquisition system with a high converting funnel, a lead magnet, content strategy, and ads, then go and click the link in the description down below. It's going to be the bottom one, and apply to work with us. And let's scale you up properly. Because you got to remember one thing: you don't need more likes. What you need is better positioning. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, drop a like, comment what videos or what else you want us to make. I'll be really, really happy. I love making these kind of videos. It really, I just love educating people and educating people around topics that I find interesting or topics that I know about, right? So thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate you. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.